Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Leonidas figure from Figma. This is from the movie 300. That's number 270 figure. And there's the box. Side shows a picture of Leonidas. And on the back shows a bunch of poses you could give him. And another separate face sculpt. So let's get him out of packaging. Alright, usually the inside lining of the box is usually just a color cardboard, but instead for this one, for Leonidas, they decided to give you the pit that you could kick someone into. So there's perforation all over it, so you could either leave it like this or break the hole and then have it over an edge or something, and then and you could kick someone in there. So yeah, there's the cardboard that it comes with. And then here's the figure and the accessories. Alright, and the figure also comes with a translucent Figma base, little peg, the wrist peg, and then a bunch of hands. There are 6 of them. One is actually on the shield right now for gripping. And then there's the shield, a spear, 2 helmets, a angry face sculpt, his sword, a second hair piece, and a red cape. And there's the figure itself. So here we have Leonidas with the cape on. There's the rest of him. And it comes with a sheath, but the sword cannot go in. So it's kind of weird that they did it that way. I don't know why. The sheath right there. There's no opening for the sword to go in. And the cape is it's sewn together kind of weird. See, there's it bunches up, so it kind of acts like a hood type looking shape, but doesn't really work well. The way they sewed it together, it seems kind of wrong. It would have been nice if they have done the layering like his actual cape is. And here you kind of get an idea of his range of motion. Shoulders are really good. It's on a ball hinge joint, and also have a little bicep rotation. And the elbows can bend a little over 90 degrees, I believe. Here you go, just a tad bit over 90 degrees, not a whole lot. And then wrists on a ball hinge joint, chest on a ball joint, and then waist are also on a ball joint, and the hips are also on a ball joint. They are somewhat limited due to the pants that the speedo that he's wearing kind of limits his articulation a little bit. And knees, it's hinge joint, and that's pretty much how far I could bend. And then ankles on a ball hinge joint, and then there's toes articulation as well. And the abdominal area, the abdominal crunch is not very noticeable, but he can arch back quite a bit. And this is how far he could arch back. And if you want him to wear the helmet, you would need to switch out this hairpiece. This is the smaller one, the regular one. Here's the regular one. It's a full set of hair. And this one is a little trimmed off, and it has a peg on the bottom. On the top, where it goes in with the peg hole here, inside the helmet. And if you want to switch out the faces, there you go. It looks like he does have 2 eyepieces, but it is covered by that back panel there. I guess if you really want him to, you could modify it, take that off, and then fix those eyes or something, have them look side to side or something like that. But you would have to do some modification yourself in order to do that. And here you can kind of get an idea how his legs work. And on the inside there's a swivel joint, and then the hips on a ball joint, and there's the ball joint right there. And then it's basically a triple ball joint, one on each side, and then also around the waist. There's also a ball joint there. Here's the angry face. Here you can see he's getting ready to throw that spear, and I took the liberty of switching out his hairpiece. So now I'm gonna give him the helmet. Alright, and here's him with the helmet on, and he doesn't look like the actor too much. It looks like a cartoon version of him. And one thing I want to complain, I have a little minor gripe about, it's the helmet. It does look a little too small. If it was a tad bit bigger and it was down a little bit more, I think it would have been a little bit better. But right now it does look a tiny bit small on his head there. Alright, here I got him standing with the spear and the shield and the cape, and also the helmet, the other helmet that he has. And this one is also the same thing. It does look a little bit too small, the helmet. Again, it would have been nicer if it came down a little bit more. Not sure. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be, but to me it does look a tiny bit too small for his head there. But overall, this is a nice looking figure, but it's definitely not as impressive in person as it was when I was looking at the prototype photos. Here he looks a bit more impressive in the prototype photos than he did in person. But still, overall, it's a nice looking figure. Does it look like the actor? Not really. Again, it looks like a cartoon version of the actor. And another thing that that kind of annoys me is the cape, how it was sewn together. It could have been done a little bit better. Other than that, it's a solid looking figure. And posability wise, the hips are a little bit hindered by the speedo that he has on, but otherwise everything it's good. No articulation problems whatsoever. Yeah, so if you're interested in getting this figure, it's gonna set you back I want to say about 60 something or so. I'm not quite sure the exact price because I did purchase this a while back. Alright, so I took the helmet off this figure. He stands about 5.75 inches in height. Well, I'm at an angle, so that's why it looks like he's only like 5.5. But he, in person, he's about 5.75 inches in height. And here is next to a few figures. We have the Marvel Select Ant-Man. And then we also have Black Series Stormtrooper. And then a 3 3/4 inch Stormtrooper and a 7-inch neck figure. So he is quite small in comparison with the rest. So he would not be able to fit in with other figures you have, like any other Black Series. No, nothing. No Marvel Legends, nothing like that. He's not gonna fit in with those. It's basically his own line. More with the SH Figure Arts. Those are the ones that he would fit in with. And yeah, so that's about it. There's Leonidas from Figma. Thanks for watching.